Good morning, Norton High School. Today is Monday, May 4th. I'm Sarah Watson.
And I'm Evan Butcher.
And here are your announcements for this week.
Good morning, Panthers, and welcome back. Now, we did take a short break from broadcasting because of state testing, but we're excited to be back and ready to finish out the rest of the school year strong, especially on May 4th, Star Wars Day.
Let's jump into this week's announcements. Attention to all FCCLA members. Please check Google Classroom for an important message. All members need to reply to Mrs. Barnhart's post.
Also, don't forget that the next FCCLA meeting will be held after school on May 5th, so make sure to mark your calendars.
Seniors, your last day of school is May 15th, which means you only have 10 days left.
And graduation is coming up quickly on May 24th.
Also, a reminder to any senior with a 90% or higher in a class or those enrolled in an AP class are not required to take a final exam.
And finally, prom took place this past Saturday on May 2nd. We hope everyone who attended had an amazing time and made some really great memories.
That's all for your school updates. Stay tuned for more Panther news.
Hi Panthers, I'm Evan Butcher, here to give you your weekly weather report for this week. Starting on Monday, expect a 45% chance of rain, with the low of 45 and a high of 68. Tuesday brings even more rain, with an 80% chance and temperatures ranging from 56 to 67. Wednesday looks like the wettest day of the week, with a 90% chance of rain and cooler temperatures, with a low of 44 and a high of 56. Thursday continues the trend with a 60% chance of rain and temperatures between 42 and 53 degrees. And finally, heading into Friday, things cool down even more with a low of 39 and a high of 52. Looks like a rainy and chilly week ahead, so make sure to grab your umbrellas and dress accordingly. Stay dry and stay warm, Panthers.
Hello, I'm Nolan Meyer, here to take you around the world in 60 seconds with important updates from all around the globe. First, in international news, the Trump administration says the war on Iran has already ended because of a ceasefire that started in early April. This would allow the White House to avoid needing approval from Congress. However, there are still tensions as Iran continues to control a major oil route and the U.S. Navy is still blocking Iranian oil shipments. Even though there was a deadline for Congress to step in, lawmakers have not taken action. In other government news, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth spoke to Congress this week. Some leaders supported the military actions, while others raised concerns about the cost of the war and reports that civilians, including children, were harmed. In world news, scientists say Mexico City is sinking nearly 10 inches every year. This is mainly due to too much groundwater being pumped from beneath the city. The sinking is causing damage to buildings, roads, and water systems and could worsen the city's ongoing water crisis. Finally, in entertainment news, a sequel to The Devil Wears Prada has been released nearly 20 years after the original. While the returning cast has been praised, early reviews say the movie doesn't quite live up to the first film. That's your World and U.S. News update. See you next week, Panthers.
I'm Evan Butcher, here to give you your update on Norton sports. Starting with track and field, senior Jake Gabriel made school history by breaking the school record with the high jump with an impressive 6'5" jump at Ravenna Meet. Congratulations, Jake. On the softball field, the Lady Panthers notched a big win on April 28th, shutting out Woodbridge behind a strong offensive performance. Highlights include some home runs from Addison Kalo and Dakota Graham. And in baseball, Norton faced off against Cloverleaf in a close game. The Panthers just came up short, but showed strong hitting with 6 doubles as a team. That's all for sports. Great job to all our Panther athletes.
Hello, I'm Sloan Finke.
And I'm Ava Finke.
Now we're taking a look back at some important moments that happened on May 4th in history.
In 1904, construction began on the Panama Canal.
In 1959, the first Grammy Awards ceremony took place in Los Angeles.
In 1970, 4 students were killed during protests at Kent State University.
That's what happened and today in history. Have a great day.
Thanks, Ava and Sloan. That's all for this week's episode of the Panther Press News broadcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yep. Mm-hmm.